here on Channel 5. You may have noticed the gentleman introducing his name is Mr. Gary Lehigh, and I introduced him earlier this week in an interview here on Channel 5 with me earlier this week. And he's been around this week helping us do a few of the jobs that, well, a few of the things that we love to do. We're here in one of these offices that he has designed. He's been here to help us with that, with a new design. And Gary, I'm glad to have you back on the show.
It's a pleasure to be here, Mr. Rogers.
Gary and myself performed for many years. For many years and many shows, and back in our early days of our careers, and we were very happy to do those numbers.
Yes,
we're going to do a few numbers tonight on this show, but first, Gary, I want to ask you, you were in the spaghetti business the last time I saw you.
Yeah.
You were working for Uncle
Jake.
Uncle Jake.
Converted
Spaghetti. Well, tell me what happened to old Jake.
Well, poor old Jake himself, he kind of come down, and so we sold the business to a bigger franchise. The small man these days has just had a rough time. So we sold out the franchise to a bigger, better company, and kind of departed the spaghetti factory business.
Well, how has your musical career been going?
Well, we were in kind of on a stalemate for the last 3 or 4 years. We just kind of broke off and sat back and just took a well-deserved vacation.
Well, I know a lot of the fan magazines were saying that they thought you were dead.
Well, and this was kind of a joke. So when we found this out, we just kind of played it up a little bit. Just let it ride, So as long as they thought I was dead.
Somebody opened a door there.
Hey.
Door.
Not on my show, you don't.
All right.
But as long as they thought I was dead, I thought, well, why not just capitalize on this and take a well-deserved vacation? Now I was out of the public eye now, and this is what I wanted. So.
Well, how about have you been doing a lot of traveling, like giving speeches or anything like that? Have you been doing anything like that around the country here?
Not many. An occasional, once in a while I get a telegram from a college or something asking me to give them a little lecture on politics. I've become a very anti-nuclear fella due to the TMI incident, which was very close to my home, which I might add, 25, 30 miles, so that's getting pretty close to home. And
well, I know you were running for president, but that wasn't your...
No, I just couldn't get into the political, that just wasn't for me. Too much of a hassle.
That's what I thought. I thought it would be a lot of trouble.
And you gotta lie too much to the public, and no, the public's been too good to me in the years.
Is that part of the acceptance into politics, that you should lie to the people?
Yeah, you gotta do what you can to get the vote, right? So, you tell the group what they want to hear, they buy your story, bango, I just couldn't do it.
Well, you've been recording for years. Can you look back on some of the recordings that you've done and pick out some that you remember as being the best for you, for what you've done?
Well, going back to our first album, which was a total flop, a few numbers which I wrote on there. We will forget that. But then we came up with a good number, Happiness is a Warm Gun. I'm sure you remember that. A tremendous smash hit.
That was later, though, wasn't it? Or
that was maybe a year or so after, we started up. But we've had some success with a few odd numbers.
What lately, has there been anything in the last few years that's been extra good for you?
Yeah, wonderfully good. We had a good album out, though. I guess the last album we put out was probably 3-4 years ago. Very good album, and that kind of just drained the group to the point where we just kind of broke off for a little while then.
Well, how's old Pap?
Well, you know, I don't get to see old Pap too much anymore these days. He retired from the sports world and kind of settled back to a more steadier career now, you know, and I think he's an electronics engineer or something, you know, in the local factory.
Or a fry cook.
Fry cooks, yeah, right. So I don't get to see old Pap so much anymore these days. Last time I saw him, he was about 40 pounds heavier, about 6 inches shorter.
You used to know a guy called Monkey. Can you tell us a little bit about this
Oh, yes, good old
Monkey
Monk.
fellow?
Monkey, yeah, that's good old Pappy's youngest brother. Very weird fella, very weird. I'm just not too sure if he was altogether rap tight.
What? If he was what?
Altogether rap very tight, as we say in the Dutch country.
Oh, that must be something that they say down south.
Yeah, unrevealing down there, you know.
He's
Right.
on his way. How about Ron de Lehigh?
Ronda, the good old Dutchman. Oh, he's
What's his favorite thing?
shooting turtles.
He liked to hunt.
Oh yeah, there. He was a great white hunter, you know.
I heard he would go into the fields and take him, grab him by the neck and choke him and the tongue would stick out.
Yeah, especially when they were in his cornfields, you know. That would very much upset the poor fella. So, yeah, he got his old gun out and he'd go out, but
How you like him shoot them?
Right. he wasn't such a very good shot, so he ended up usually choking the darn thing to death, you know.
Wound him and then choke him to death.
Yeah.
Well, it's been great having you on this segment of our portion of our little show here tonight, and we hope that you'll be back in the future to do future shows with us.
Oh, I sure hope to be able to.
Hope to sing some few songs perhaps tonight.
Sure, I'd love
before
to.
you take off.
Love to.
We'll put you now in the hands of the producers of this program for whatever comes up. Gary, I'd like to say good night, and I'm glad that you could come. I hope that we do get a chance to do something.
Oh, I'm sure you know that we'll be able to get together again sometime, do a little something, and you know you're always welcome to come down our way, stop in, see us. We're always there with open arms, and we're open from 9 to 5.
Is that right? Well, I hear that the closing music is on, so Gary, I'll say good night, and we'll see you later.
All right, arrivederci.
Did you actually?